Hey, April. Hey, Michonne. Hey, April. Hey, Mahogany. I ate a piece of chicken. Baked chicken breast, baked chicken breast. I had some left from yesterday. I literally had 15 minutes to eat it. So that's what I eat. Sucks. It's been a day. Hey, y'all, start liking the video, sharing the video. If you would, give me a second to just kind of gather myself. Yeah, I guess a little bit of progress for sure. Like the video, share the video. Give me 1 second. We'll go cities, states, and countries. Tonight's gonna be a good talk. Yeah, better than popcorn. Today was a day. I literally did not have time to hardly think today. Tonight we're talking about managing your sexual energy, and it's gonna be hard. Tonight's gonna be hard. So like and share the video. I'm just copying and pasting some things real quick. And we're gonna get right into it. Do me a favor while I'm doing that. City, state you are representing, or country if you are not from America. Where you tune in from. City, state, country, where you tune in from. Let me know tonight. City, state, or country if you're not from America. Not a good play on words. What did I mess up? I'm already messed up. I already messed up on my words. What'd I say? Italy. Thank you. I plan to be in Italy hopefully next year, in Greece. New York, Charlotte. Thank you. Plainsboro, Northern VA. Mississippi, Toronto. Thank you. Philly, Cleveland, Alameda, California. Always Charlotte. Good to see you. Terrell O'Neill. What's up? Atlanta. I am tired. I'm very tired. But tonight gonna be a lesson. Tonight's gonna be some work. We're gonna get some work. You're going to Italy, April, in 2 weeks. You lucky rascal. You did not tell me. I'm borderline jealous. Virginia, Birmingham. Hey Jess. Houston, Jackson again. Toronto, Philly. Hey Adrena. Cleveland, Troy, Alabama. Enjoyed our session today at 11. Hey Angela, good to see you. I enjoyed our session as well. It was a pleasure. I'm very tired. It's been a long day, but we're gonna get through tonight. Y'all getting this work tonight. Long Branch, good. St. Martin in the Caribbean. All right. I thought about going there next week for my birthday, but I'm going somewhere else. Definitely coming back to St. Martin. Locust Grove, Connecticut. Hey, Keisha. Maryland, thank you. Texas. Yeah, get your pen and paper for this one. This one's this might be the live of the year. Trinidad and Tobago, also on my list. Hey, Jesse. Yep, warm towels will be on deck starting next Friday. Hampton, Jersey, Idaho, Louisville, Kentucky, Bronx, Durham, Chicago, thank you. Seattle, all right. Brooklyn, New York. It's definitely not as horny as me. What are y'all talking about? Y'all are already cutting up in the comments. Siri isn't up because I was going to tell my boyfriend, y'all are wild. Her world now is showing off. I don't know who that is. Port of Spain, Trinidad. Y'all are showing off already. San Bernardino, New Orleans. Thank you, Bermuda. Wow, Bermuda. Thank you. Dallas, Beaumont, LA. Hey, Blade Locks. Appreciate you. Lancaster, Dallas, Toronto, Canada. Bronx, New York again. The Bronx is heavy tonight. Vegas, Illinois. Thank you, Peoria. Cali again. Connecticut, Jersey, Houston, Jersey, Minnesota. New Mexico. All right. Seattle. Chattanooga, Tennessee, I'm assuming that is. Chat Town. What is that? I'm assuming that's Chattanooga. Twin 80897. Your face looks familiar. Vegas, Detroit, Memphis, the Bronx again. Yes, Chattanooga. Thank you. Good to see you, my friend. All right. Y'all, we got some work to do tonight. I am tired. I'm gonna be honest with you. I literally had 30 minutes today to breathe right before the live, and that was enough time for me to eat a piece of chicken, jump in the shower, and I'm here. It's been a long day. I'm exhausted. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am very exhausted, but tonight's gonna be some work. You're gonna get some work tonight, and I'm excited about it. Hey, ATL, one of my clients reached out today, laid me out, said, "Doc, you take all day. You ain't talked to us. We need you." I got laid out, but I love her, and I love her boyfriend. And there's not a lot of complaints about my work. If there is a big one, it's that I just need some help. So I'm hoping to have some help real soon. I think I've got an assistant identified, and going to be bringing on someone who tunes into our lives all the time to help with my social media stuff. So finally starting to scale and getting in the direction where I need to go. So it's going to be great. Hope you talk about getting my cobwebs removed after 15 years of abstinence. Well, I don't know about that. We'll see. Hey, AC Griffith, good to see you always. Cleveland, Maryland, y'all are wilding already. This is going to be wild tonight. But I'm telling you, I hope y'all ready for what I'm bringing, because it's going to go hard. And some of y'all ain't going to like it. And it's going to be life. And we're going to live with it. All right. Yeah, always showing up. Gonna always show up. Hey, Terry. Had to call you out. Good to see you. All right. So let me cut this down. Let me get into it, because I really need my teaching time tonight. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I know there's a lot going on tonight, games and streams and all kinds of things. But I do want you to like and share this video. I'm going to tell you, this is going to be one of those eye openers, and probably another candidate for Live of the Year. We say that regularly here when I do my Thursday night life design sessions. These are your free counseling sessions with me, where we talk about a variety of different topics. And tonight we're talking about managing your sexual energy. And this is going to go hard, and it's going to be a challenge for some of you. For some of you, it might be an eye opener. My goal is really to shake you up. It's to shake you up. And to remind you that when it comes to this work, there are levels involved. Plain and simple, there are levels. And people say they're doing the work, and they're not doing the work. And I, in this space, challenge people to do real work. And so real work is hard. Real work is not easy. Real work makes you throw up. Real work makes you mad. Real work makes you have to sweat. Real work makes you have to reflect, and reconsider things that you've done, and consider it as normal. So tonight's going to be hard. I'm telling you now to share this video with anybody that you know that is sexually active. There's probably going to be most of your friends list. Anybody that is sexually active, go ahead and share this video with them. Tag them and tell them, girl, guy, you might want to sit in on this one. Because I'm going to prove to you tonight that your sexual energy and the extent to which you manage it has a major impact on your ability to heal. Some of you are not healed because you have an unhealthy relationship with sex. Oh, I'm going. going to need my trigger buttons tonight. Doc, I've been doing the work. I'm meditating. I'm journaling. I'm praying. I see a counselor and a therapist every week, every 2 weeks. I've been doing it for the last 4 years. Nothing's changed. Have you pulled up your pants? Oh my God. Have you pulled down your skirt? Oh my God. Doc, you're going a little too harsh tonight. Okay, we'll see. Anyway, before I get into that, because it's going to be fun. I'm tired. And when I'm tired, I get irritable. And that's going to make it even better. Thank you, Patreon and IG subscribers. I appreciate you all. Listen, if you have not subscribed to my Patreon or IG, you might want to do that ASAP. I am developing and going to work on a few things over the next week or two. I am developing some serious structured, I don't want to call them courses, but some directional topics for strictly my Patreon and IG subscribers, because many of you want to work with me and you reach out today and you want to see me tomorrow. Unfortunately, I just can't do that. I don't have the capacity. It's a good problem to have, but I don't. So I'm really going to scale up my subscribing. And it's really, I think it's only like $25 a month, which for my work, that's crackhead prices. You might want to hold on to that because probably in 2025, the rates are going up. That's crackhead money, if I'm being honest. And many of you are my clients and you know that I'm not just talking smoke. Engaging with me is getting your money's worth. And there's a reason why so many of you so humbly call me one of the best in the business. And so you might want to look into Patreon and IG. It's a very viable option. So much so that I'm looking to going on live with them at least 2 to 3 times a week. And that's just going to be the wave of the future. I really want to grow that. She said, us crackheads don't need an increase. I love that. I really want to grow both of those channels to about 1,000 subscribers. And because I really want to do some larger things with them. And so thank you to those of you that have subscribed. For those of you that want the tag, some of you are asking about that. Go to my profile page on IG, on Facebook, on TikTok, and you'll see the Linktree link and you can get access to those pages. So again, thank you, subscribers. Also, this Saturday, 2 o'clock, the value system, y'all. I'm teaching the value system. Those of you that struggle with making the decisions next to the 5 areas of healing, which I'm trying to finish this book now. I got a little bit of writer's block. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. And I think it's just the product of just being tired. I mean, I know the stuff. I created it, so I know it. But I've got writer's block big time. But I'm trying to finish this book on the 5 areas of healing finally, so nobody else can, so people can stop trying to steal. But the value system is the next probably most powerful thing that I've created. And it's a system. You give me 90 minutes of your time Saturday, and there won't be a decision in your life you can't make. It's that simple. All right. And so that's this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got plenty of seats left, but I did cap it. So check it out. And yes, it will be ready before Christmas. My goal is to have it ready by October, hopefully, and maybe to press and perhaps out by mid to late October. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm definitely taking a trip. It's funny you say take a trip. That'll release the block. My birthday is September 23rd. So I'm flying out next Friday. I finally decided to do that. I wasn't even going to do that. I've got so much work to do. But I'm going to go ahead and fly out for a couple of days and just disappear and rest and laugh and eat and cry and rest. And somebody said, Doc, why you go through all of these emotions when you're on break? Because I talk to a lot of people about a lot of serious things. And going on trips is a way of emptying the refrigerator. That makes sense. In addition to having my own therapist. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try to hurry up and get that done, and we're going to go from there. All right. No kiss, and it's been 2 dates in 2 weeks. Should I be concerned going on three third dates this weekend? I don't know, Genesis. We're going to talk about that in a second. All right. Tiff, your birthday's the 26th. That's awesome. I didn't know that. Very good. All right. Real quick, y'all know the rules. If I say anything that makes sense, type church in the comments with as many R's as possible. Grab your journal, your notebooks. If somebody happens to make a comment in the comment section that is disrespectful, rude, that is not considerate, you might see a bunch of eagles showing up. There's nothing wrong with your screen. Many of you know my story. I know what it's like to be bullied as a kid. I have an anti-bullying, zero tolerance policy for bullying. And so if we see dumb comments, you might see people just drop birds or eagles in the comments because we fly high above birds. And so don't be alarmed there. Just help us keep the community clean by making sure your comments are good. Also, this is big. Support the show tonight. I really would appreciate it. Your support, you may see people not only support the show, and you'll see the ways to support the show on the screen, but you may also see a salad icon. You heard me talk at the beginning of the show about not having lunch today or dinner. I finally ate a big chicken breast. I've just been rolling, but your support pays for things like my lunch and a salad. I try to eat pretty clean during the week. So the ways to support are on the screen, and I would appreciate if you would do that. All right. If you don't support, I'm not leaving this live up, especially this one. I just hope we don't get kicked off tonight. I'm going to be honest. I know how the internet is about certain words. So hopefully we don't get kicked off, but we will see. All right. Put in the topics. Just now getting ready to cook. I'm mad at that, Morgan. I'm really mad at that. You're about to cook, and I've been starving today. I'm really mad about that. Put in the topic tonight's or the comments tonight's topic, managing your sexual energy. Let's talk about this. It's going to be fun. Managing your sexual energy. Yep, it's going to definitely be up for subscribers. If I don't keep it up for the general public, it will be up for subscribers for sure. Absolutely. Managing your sexual energy. We've seen those Sundays. Hey, you saw me on trips, cheat days. Tiff, don't try to play me out loud. Don't even try to do that. I can't believe you did that, Tiffany. I'm really disappointed that you would try to call me out like that. Yes, I'm addicted. I will admit I am addicted to Haagen-Dazs cookies and cream sundaes. I'm addicted. It's a problem. It's a demon in that ice cream. And it's got a chokehold on me. I swear it does. It's got a chokehold. And if they had one near where I live, I'd be in trouble. You hear me? Oh man. Managing your sexual addictions. Now, let me talk about this. Let me say this from the start. I'll be very honest with you. And it's just what it is. Y'all, let me tell you who this live is not for. Let's just start here. Let me tell you who this live is not for. This live is not for people who don't want to heal. Nope, you're not late. I'm just getting started, literally. This live is not for people who don't want to heal, number one. So if you don't have a mentality of such to where you want to heal, Doc, what do you mean by healing? Let's start with my 5 areas of healing. Let's start with that. Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, financial. Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, financial. If you don't want to heal and strive to heal and be as whole as possible, what I'm going to say tonight is not going to make a lot of sense. To you guys, I'm going to sound like a simp. To you ladies, I don't know what I'm going to sound like. So I'm going to be very clear here. So if you ain't trying to heal, it ain't for you. Let me tell you who else it's not for. It's not for you religious people with a real ignorance to reality. Oh my God. For all of you religious people who are ignorant to reality, because I'm here to tell you, you can have God, and you can have reality at the same time. To all of you people that are ignorant to reality, you religious folks, whatever religion you're a part of, because again, I'm a Christian, proudly, unapologetically, but I have clients that are atheists, Muslims, agnostic, Catholic, Seventh-day Adventists, you name it. I've been called to heal the world, not just people you like. Okay, so for all you Christians that don't like that, you can turn. Okay, I've been called to heal the world, not just your favorites. That's my calling. You got your calling on Sundays. I got mine 8 days a week. All of you religious people who have a real ignorance to reality, you're not going to like tonight. Because a lot of you religious people absolutely shut the door and say, well, folks shouldn't be having sex anyway if they're not married. Well, here's the problem. Go to church, go to the temple, go to the mosque, go to the synagogue. See a whole lot of women that ain't got no rings on their hand that's got babies on the way. So apparently people are having sex. And it's fine if you don't think it's right. You have that right. According to your faith. You have that right. But I never made it a practice to not talk about what was obvious. To me, it's backwards for the preacher to stand in church and not want to talk about folks doing it and have his teenagers doing it. Oh my God. And I want to say this loud and proud. There are some things you ain't going to shout away. There's some things you got to talk about. So I'm going to just, I want to be very clear here that some of y'all going to be offended if you fall in that category. The reason why a lot of people ain't growing in some of y'all's churches, some of y'all's temples, some of y'all's mosques is because you ain't talking about what needs to be discussed. If there's one thing I can say about my work, the topics people are afraid of are the ones I run to. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to run to something that I believe is one of the top reasons why many of you aren't healed. And it's your sexual behavior. Third group of people that this ain't for, and then I'm going to get into it, it's simple. People that don't understand that there's levels to healing. Levels. Put it in the comments, all capital letters. Levels. Y'all should be hitting my salad already. I should have salads coming through already. Levels. Come on, put it in the comments. You're going to be the smartest person at the water cooler. You're going to be the smartest person at the water cooler tomorrow, I promise. You're going to have a lot to talk about to your coworkers. Levels. Come on, let me see it. If you don't believe that there's levels to this work, what I'm saying tonight is not going to make sense. Because a lot of you are still trying to convince me, you, your family, and everybody else that eating at a fast food restaurant and a 5-star restaurant is the same. Or eating at a 5-star restaurant and a Michelin restaurant, you don't know what that is, Google it. It's the same. Ruth's Chris is nice. But they have a list called the Michelin list. Anybody ever heard of that? The Michelin list is an exclusive list of restaurants that are a tier above 5-star. Tonight, y'all, we're not eating from Ruth's Chris. We're eating from the Michelin list. Doc, what you talking about with food? What I'm saying, besides the fact that I'm hungry, and so I hope y'all supporting the show, what I'm saying is you're going to have to go a little bit higher tonight to understand this. And I just got a sneaky suspicion that some of you going to struggle going a little bit higher tonight. You're going to struggle. I'm going to challenge you, every fiber of you tonight. My goal is that many of you will change. Some of you will absolutely get off this live and you will hate me. Not because I'm a bad guy, but because all of a sudden somebody's looked you in your face and said that if you would just close your legs and pull up your pants, you might heal. Hey, you're not going to hear it at the temple or the mosque Sunday or your church. Y'all just going to shout. So you might as well hear it tonight. This is about to get good. Y'all ready? I'm jealous of you and that antipasto salad. I am so mad at you, nurse. Y'all supported my show yet? I don't even want to get into my notes because this should have been only for subscribers. Is this good? You ready? Let's start with this. Here's your very first note. Put it in the comments. Put it in your journals. You got your journals? Your very first note is this. You ready? Sex is a spiritual exchange. Hey, son. Son. 4. 4. 4. Giselle. My kids are not responding to me. 4. Never mind. I got what I need. So get them to bring me a piece of paper. I got what I need right here. Sex is a spiritual exchange. It's a spiritual exchange. Doc, what you mean? Yeah, they probably are checked out. They probably already sleep. They're past their bedtime. They're in bed. I have to pray with them before they go to bed. We always do it every night. Sex is a spiritual exchange. And what many of you don't even realize is that every time you smash somebody, you are exchanging spirits. You're exchanging spirits. Which means if you are not at a place in your healing journey where you prepare to exchange your spirit with somebody else, and they're not at a place where they have a spirit to which you would want to be a part of your spirit, it might not be a good idea. I write about this in my book. I got a little bit of writer's block, but I'm going to get it finished. I got to get to a certain point before I get on that plane next Friday. I got to get to a certain point before I do, and I'm on some very tight deadlines. I'm going to spend most probably this weekend writing. But let me tell you something. I talk about this in my book. Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, prong 4, financial. The fourth area of healing, physical, is more than just you going to the gym. That's eating at Applebee's. Doc, I'm healed because I go to the gym and I work out and do Pilates every day. That's going to Applebee's. Let me tell you something. Your physical healing also includes your respect for your sexual health. I want to say that again, and I need you to write it down. Margarita, met Margarita at DCA in DC. You were so sweet to me and so kind to me. I appreciate you. I'm glad you tuned in tonight. Your physical healing also includes your respect for your sexual health. And some of y'all hitting the gym, but you are reckless when it comes to hitting the sheets. You will let somebody spot you in the gym, i.e., watch you to make sure you don't fall over, but you don't let nobody spot you when it comes to who you sleep with. Oh, I'm going to tell y'all more. Some of y'all going to be throwing up by the time I'm done with y'all. And I want us to say this to y'all. I found the inverse to be true. If you don't respect your body physically, I write about this in the book. If you don't respect your body physically, it's hard to believe you respect it sexually. Y'all, I feel like we need a refresher. Just type in the comments real fast. Levels, all caps. I'm losing some of y'all already. I want to say this again slow. Type levels and go right back to your journal. If you don't respect your body physically, it's hard to convince me that you respect it sexually. Doc, what you getting at? I'll put it this way. There ain't a single person that I know that's out of shape or in bad health who's celibate. I want y'all to think of one person you know. Can you think of one person who is out of shape or has bad general health who is also celibate? Unless the health is for health reasons. Unless for health reasons. Because if you don't respect your body enough to take care of it, why would you respect your body enough to not have sex? Now watch. Some of y'all are saying, because some of y'all are so smart. I am, Doc. I am. Well, I'm gonna get to celibacy soon. But here's the reality. Here's the reality. Because y'all don't listen. Y'all just want to just jump in the comment. I am, Doc. I'm fine this up. What I said, I'm gonna say this slow. There ain't a single person out of shape or in bad health who is celibate, unless it's for health reasons. Even the people on my 600-pound life, they getting it in. The people on my 600-pound life get more than what some of y'all getting. Let me tell you why I say this. There's a number of reasons. And let me just talk about celibacy real quick. I'm going to just move that up. Let me tell you why. Celibacy, y'all, only works and really only is celibacy if your abstinence from sex is intentional. I want to say this again. Celibacy really only works and really only is celibacy if your absence from sex is intentional. That's it. I'm not talking about accidental celibacy. If you're in a dry marriage where y'all are just roommates and y'all ain't done it in 2 years, you're not celibate. Because that would make you celibate by default. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about celibacy being real intentional celibacy, and I'm going to take it further. Because when it comes to this whole marriage thing, there's a lot of you in sexless marriages. And in this work, what I've discovered, y'all not going to tell the truth, and you're not going to say church, and y'all ain't going to support the show, and that's why I'm going to take this live down. Y'all better hit that Cash App and support the show. Let me tell you something. There's a whole lot of people I counsel that are single that want to be married, to be frank with you, just because they want to enjoy the perks of having a husband or a wife. And I just find it odd in this work that people want to have a whole lot of sex before they get married. And then, based on my experiences, what I've seen in my work, when they get married, they stop wanting to have it. And that's because people underestimate, record this, the spiritual connection you have to a husband or a wife. When you marry someone, it is the ultimate form of spiritual connectedness, which means you can be in a sexless marriage, but because you have a spiritual connection to someone you call husband or wife, even if y'all ain't having sex, you are not celibate because you still have a strong spiritual tie. So all you folks, I had to get a client together today. I love her, sweetheart. I told her I was going to probably mention this. I had to get her together today because she was in 3-year sexless marriage and she tried to count that as celibate. That ain't celibacy. Just because y'all in a marriage and y'all not having sex don't mean you being celibate, because your choice to not have sex is not intentional for the right reasons. So if you're in a marriage and ain't doing it, you're not practicing celibacy, you're having marital problems. Oh my God. Celibacy is intentional. It is an intentional choice to abstain from sex for a period of time. Abstinence is abstaining until marriage. Celibacy might be until marriage, but most times the term is related to a period of time. For those of you that don't know the difference. Let me tell you another thing that makes celibacy really celibacy. Y'all don't have to agree. I'm about to give y'all a whole list of stuff that's going to really piss y'all off. I'm not even into my introduction yet. You ready for this? Celibacy is only celibacy if you got options. And not only options, but the kind of options you like. Because some of y'all walk around talking about something, I'm celibate, but the truth is, you ain't met no real options you really like. So if you have not met options you really like, you ain't really celibate. You just don't like your options. Oh my God. You know, Doc, I'm celibate, Doc. I've been celibate for 6 years. You ain't been to the gym. You don't do your hair. Fellas, you got your belly all over your waist. You halfway dress yourself up, guys. You do all of this stuff, and you telling me you celibate because you got options? No, you celibate because you ain't got none. So if you don't have options and you ain't having sex, are you really celibate? No, you're not. Celibacy is intentional abstinence when you have options that you like. Because if you don't like it, you don't have nothing to abstain or run from. I know y'all gonna try your best. What if this, Doc? What if this? You gonna try your best to wiggle out of it. Good luck. Some of you talking about I'm celibate. I ain't done it in a long time. Well, look at the options. Look at the people you choosing from. Look at the people you got to choose from. You don't like them, and you screaming you celibate. Let me tell you something. Celibacy, for real, as someone who believes in the power of celibacy, who's practiced celibacy, let me tell you something. Celibacy for real is real when you got a whole line of options. Watch this, and you like them all. But you got the self-control to say no. I know. Y'all ain't never been taught like that. Y'all just been taught abstain. If you abstain, then you celibate. Yeah, you've abstained from ones that you don't want to hit no way. How is that abstaining? How is that celibacy? How is that self-control? Let me put it another way. Those of you that know me personally know I don't like ranch. I don't like ranch. I don't like mayonnaise. Okay? Let the analogy king, Prince, step to the stage for just a second. I don't like ranch. I don't like mayonnaise. I'll eat mayonnaise if I eat tuna. It has to be very light mayonnaise, and I have to make it. Or my mom or somebody that I know that makes tuna and it ain't real soaky, and you eat some people's tuna and the white mayonnaise and water is dripping off the spoon. No, it needs to look like it ain't no mayonnaise in there. So I don't eat mayonnaise and I don't like ranch. Now, if you put in front of me a salad, by the way, support the show. If you put in front of me a salad that's got all of this ranch on it, come on, some of y'all should know where I'm going already. If you put in front of me a salad that's got all this ranch on it and I turn it down, have I accomplished anything? Yes or no? 1 for yes, 2 for no. 1 for yes, 2 for no. If you give me a salad with ranch on it and I turn it down, have I accomplished anything? The answer is no. So if y'all turning down people that want to knock you down that you don't like, have you accomplished anything? You ain't accomplished nothing. But I tell you what, put anything in front of me with Reese's cups on it. Put anything in front of me with Reese's cups on it. And if I say no, oh, 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 somebody better pat me on the back. Doc loves Reese's cups. Loves them. Doc loves cheesecake. If you put a piece of cheesecake in front of me and I turn it down, then I've done something. Why? Because we can't celebrate you turning down what you don't like. And some of y'all are celebrating celibacy, but your options are options you don't like. That ain't real sacrifice, which is why when anything that looks close to what you like shows up, you all in. Oh my God. I'm going to say that slow. Which is why when anything that looks close to what you like shows up, you all in. And I know some of you don't like this. I know. But it's going to get worse for you. I feel bad for you. It's about to get bad. So celibacy really is only that if you got intentional decisions. But sex, y'all, is a spiritual exchange. It's crossing the line. I did a video on this. Let me show you how this works. Oh, I'm just running out of space over here, but I'm going to make it work. Show you how this works. Can y'all see this piece of paper? Everybody see this? Hey, like the video, share the video. We're only up to 215, 182. We're only up to about 600 viewers. Let's get this number up to 1,000 tonight. All your friends and relatives need to hear this. Hey, the people on your roster, tag them. They need to hear this. Some of them are going to fall off after tonight. Y'all see this piece of paper? I did a live on this, a video on this. I didn't get a lot of views. Let me show you something. See this piece of paper? That's you. Y'all, I got so many notes tonight. I don't even know if I'm going to get through all of this. That's you. Okay? You're on the paper. That's you. You ready? You see that line? That's your partner. Stay with me. Don't get lost. That's your partner. Because sex is a spiritual exchange, anytime you have sex with someone, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, friends with benefits, ain't got no title, whatever you got. Every time you have sex with them, what you do is you cross the line. Can y'all see this? This is whether you marry. That partner can be your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, significant other, somebody you just met today. Every time you do it with them, you cross the line. Watch. Every time you do it, you cross the line. And the more y'all do it, the more you cross the line. So when I tell you sex is a spiritual exchange, think of it this way. When we do it, we cross a line. Watch this. Do you see how hard it is to see the original lines? Let me circle the original lines for you. The original lines, one is you, one is your partner. You see how hard it is to see the original lines when you cross so many lines? That is because sex is so powerful that it blurs how you see the other person. I'm going to stop the live if y'all don't support the show. Some of you will never get this much counseling in 2 years worth. Watch this. You ready? Let's go further. As if this is not enough proof that sex is a spiritual exchange, because of all the lines we blur, let me show you how nasty some of y'all are. Some of you, if you're with still this person or not, you know what a lot of you do? You add another person. Where's Sean when I need him? Sean, you on tonight? This is a good video clip. You add another person. Watch this. So let's just say this is you. And you have a tie with this person because y'all been exchanging spiritual energy. And then you say, oh, well, we're not going to be together anymore. And you don't take a break and heal to detangle all of this. Or I got a better one than that. You still do it with them. You break up with them today and you introduce another person in 2 weeks. This for all you nasty people that go from person to person without releasing what's already happened to you. I, for the life of me, don't understand how you can be sexually involved with somebody and 3 weeks later you with somebody else. Oh my God. How can you be with somebody and 3 weeks later physically be with somebody and then 3 weeks later you got another person? But I'm going to tell you what you do. You ready? You introduce another person. This you over here. This is you over here. You introduce another person, and guess what you do? Y'all guessed it. You go over there and cross the line with them. No, I'm talking, I know a lot of men who do this. I'm talking to everybody. Man, woman, she woman, I don't care what you are. I'm talking to everybody now. If you breathing, I'm talking to you. This ain't no man, woman thing. Don't even try it. Just for everybody. You know what you do? You add a third person, and guess what you do? You cross the line. And guess what they do? They give it right back to you. And you give it right back to them. And you give it right back to them. Back to them. And back to them. And guess what, y'all? Here you are. Ain't got over this energy. And you've introduced another one. But look at how the picture looks. See, Will and Jada didn't know how to explain entanglement. Here you are. Just for free. That's what an entanglement looks like. Have y'all liked and shared the video yet? This is an entanglement. An entanglement is nothing more than a mess glob of spiritual exchange. You would imagine that if, as you continue to add people to this, and you add more people to this, and y'all keep on crossing the lines, that's what your spirit looks like. Hey, have you ever seen a couple? I know a couple right now, really good friends of mine. She's very fair skinned, he's very dark skinned. They've been married about 7 years. They dated for about 3-4 years before they got married. They've dated about 3 or 4 years. They've been married 7 years. So they've been together about 10, 11, 12 years. You know what's so funny about them? She's very, 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 very fair skinned. He's very dark skinned. But you know what? After about 12 years, they start to look the same. I looked at them. We were FaceTiming. I was like, man, y'all starting to look alike. They started laughing and said, yeah, somebody else in our family said that. You know why? Because when you do this with people, after a while, all you do is exchange DNA. Doc, you talking about having a baby? Yeah, you can create DNA, but I'm talking about exchanging it. Which is why couples can be together for years and they don't even look remotely like each other, but they start favoring. Because when you have a sexual exchange, you have a spiritual exchange that changes your DNA. Let me put it in a different way. Because some of you, I'm sure, have slept with people that you regret. Just imagine if you kept on sleeping with them. And imagine you looking like some of the people you didn't slept with. Oh my God. I wonder what life would look like if you looked like some of the people you slept with. Yeah, Daryl, they don't like this, bro. It's going to get worse. I'm still in my introduction. We're going to talk about how to get rid of unwanted DNA. Some of y'all ain't going to like what I got to say. And I'm going to give you a hint. It ain't the same for men as it is for women. We're going to talk about how we heal it. But I'm going to give you a hint. Here's a way you can start healing it right now. Park the car in the garage. You know why? Let me get some water because my throat getting dry over here. Park the car in the garage. You know why? I want you to record this right now. Oh, Doc ain't even on it yet. Doc is still in the introduction. Now I'm about to get to some bullet points. You ready? Record this. Hey, y'all support the show? I need you to like. Hey, TikTok, 49,000 likes. Come on. Let's get them likes up to 100 right now. Let's go. Please. Some of y'all will never get this much work in years of therapy and coaching. Never. Listen to me. We going early tonight because it's about to get heavy. Let me tell y'all something. You ready for this? Record this. Doc, how do I know I'm ready to do it? How do I know I'm prepared for love? And how do I know I'm prepared to smash? Let me tell you something. Your nervous system will tell you how prepared you are. I need y'all to write this down. Your nervous system will tell you how prepared you are. Because the reality is, when this is between two people that are both healthy and whole, not the 7 people on this list. Yeah, get the show. I missed my Audi. My engine went out of my Audi. I cried like a baby. I ain't kidding. Missed my Audi. I'm thinking about getting another one. when you've got an exchange between two healthy people, oh, it can be a beautiful thing. It's a lot less convoluted, isn't it? This is for all of you roster having people. You guys that listen to this stupid content that tell you to hit as much as you can. You sprinkle ladies that are told it's okay to have a roster and to go out and date and sleep with as many people as you want to. This is beautiful. Let me tell you something. Your nervous system will tell you how prepared you are for love and sexual relations. Your nervous system will tell you. You don't believe me? Watch your reaction to challenges with someone you've been sexually engaged with. I got so much content tonight. I don't think I'm going to make it through 11 o'clock. If you don't believe this, be sexually involved with someone and then have challenges with them and watch how your nervous system responds to the challenges you have with them. If your nervous system responds in a healthy way to conflict with people you've been sexually involved with, it could be a healthy connection. If your nervous system goes crazy and you want to slash tires and you are on edge and you text them 50 times in 2 minutes because they have said something you didn't like, you probably have an unhealthy connection with them. I know I'm spot on. And it's just getting better. It's about to get better. Let me take it a step further. Your nervous system is going to tell you 3 things about people you've been engaged with sexually. You ready? Record this. Your nervous system is going to tell you if you're connected spiritually, if that connection is healthy, and if you're ready for it. Write this down. You're going to be the smartest person at the water cooler all week long. Your nervous system, when you connect with people sexually, is going to tell you 3 things. Number 1, if there's a spiritual connection. Because if there is, it's going to feel like this and not like this. It's going to tell you if you're connected spiritually, if that connection is healthy, and if you're ready for it. And some of y'all ain't gonna admit this. Again, all my religious people, y'all mad right now, and you casting out devils that don't exist. I'm just talking about stuff y'all want. Your congregation's here because y'all won't talk about it. But let me tell y'all something. You're going to know this to be true because if you've ever had sex with someone and your nervous system responded weird, different, sex could have even been good, but your system responded different, weird, something felt off, you felt nervous in your stomach. Don't ignore this. Don't ignore it. So, Doc, then how do I know I'm ready? How's my nervous system then going to let me know I'm ready? Well, let me ask you this. If somebody breaks their ankle in basketball, how do they get back on the court? If somebody breaks their ankle in basketball, how do they get back on the court? Well, I'll tell you how they get back on. They don't just run back on the court. Their ankle is tried and tested. because an ankle that ain't been tested can't be trusted on the court. Which means you got to do some work to heal. And that doesn't mean you go out here and you start sleeping with other people. You don't get over a man by getting under a new one. Oh my God. You don't get over a woman by getting on top of a new one. That's for all you. That's for all you nasty people that's been broke up for 2 months in a situation you were in for 3 years, having sex, and you already dating somebody else. You nasty. If your mama doing it, she nasty. Y'all just nasty out. This is nasty. Some of y'all laughing because that's all you can do. And that's fine. But I meant what I said. Generally speaking, for every year you've been with someone, you need 2 to 4 months to grieve them. For every year, you need 2 to 4 months to grieve them, generally. Some of y'all been in 7-year entanglements, back and forth, smashing along the way, and you finally decide to cut it off, and you met somebody in Bermuda that looked like your mate, and y'all already smashing a month later, and you nasty. You not over the 7-year entanglement, because that's what that was, and you trying to get this, and you not going to get this coming out of this and going right from this to this. It ain't happening. You nasty. And more, I'm with you, Morgan, totally. For some, listen, I gave y'all averages, 2 to 4 months per year. If you've been in situations like this, and some of us got to be honest and admit you have, it won't just 2 people on the list. It was a couple of people on the list. That's 2 to 4 months per person. Some of you going to need some years to get over some of these spiritual connections. But y'all don't want to hear this, though. Because some of you dudes going to call me a simp, and then some of you women will say, I don't like a man to tell a woman what to do about. You do what you want to do. I ain't your daddy. My daughter upstairs. I'm not your daddy. You can do what you want to do and knock down who you want to. But when I start talking about how this impacts men and women next, you're going to find out why I'm telling you sometimes you got to sit one out. Sometimes you got to sit it out and erase this picture until it gets to this clean. And you can start over. Now, here y'all. Well, Doc, I was with somebody, I was entangled for 20 years. I guess that means 20 times 2, that's 60 months. What's that, 5 years? Oh, well. Oh, well. I'm not talking from a place of non-experience. When I got divorced and went through my divorce, I shut the shop down. You know why? Because I knew I was like an open wound, that if I did not reel it in, it would have been a lot of people getting hit. Oh my God. And there's some honesty for your backside. I don't teach this stuff and not live it. Doc ain't that bad on the eyes. Not that bad. Y'all get fooled by this beanie. You should see me in person. Doc had to shut it down. Because I saw from the beginning, if I don't reel this in, we going to have some problems. Oh my God. And y'all don't like to talk like this because you don't like to be honest. I'm a pro in self-awareness. Okay? So let's just Let's not go there tonight. I'm not talking about stuff I've heard. I'm talking about something I know. Thank you, Bob Bella Black. I appreciate you. I'm serious. Now, you're going to test that ankle. How we test it? Well, I'll tell you. Put this in the comments right now. Slow is the new fast. All cap letters. Are y'all supporting the show? Because I'm taking this down if y'all not. This is definitely one of them shows y'all going to want to watch over and over and over again. I told this cannon for a lot of the year. And I'm just getting ready to get to the good part. Because I'm going to talk about how this impacts men and women. And then I'm going to give you some things that can help kind of break this. Slow as the new fast. Would you put that in the comments, please? You're going to be the smartest person at the water cooler. Doc, how do I test the ankle? Go slow. That means, to be specific, when you're on a healing journey and you have decided to park the car, let me tell you, number one, something many of you need to understand about being healed that I don't think you understand. Thank you, Fran Davis, for that support. I appreciate you. Let me tell you something about the healing journey that many of you don't understand, that you need to know tonight. That when you heal, you become incredibly magnetic. Some of you are going to know you healing from breakups, divorces, hurt, any kind of depression, whatever you're healing from. You're going to know you're healing for real because you're going to find yourself almost like one of those mosquito traps that be on the deck where you're just going to be minding your business and stuff just going to be sticking on you. When you heal for real, you literally become a magnet. People, I travel all over the world. And people, I'm sitting by myself minding my business. And people will walk up to me and say, sir, I don't know who you are. I've been walking around this resort. This happened to me when I was in Dominican Republic about a month and a half ago. Later walked up, sir, I don't know who you are. But every time I've seen you here eating, you're not looking at your phone. You're eating your food. You're sitting straight up. You're looking around. You're smiling at people. You're playing with babies. There's something different about you. I said, thank you, ma'am. Because when you healed, you got a different energy. Watch this. So when you healed and got a different energy, you're going to have to know how to pump the brakes even when you can go fast. I tell people, you're going to test that ankle. When you growing, you trying to reel all of this stuff in, and you getting offers left and right, and you not in a hurry. You taking your time. You don't feel like what's for you going to miss you. You not rushing, speeding, no processes. You letting things develop organically. Now, I want to give you a caveat. There's an exception, and the exception is healed people. Some of y'all have heard me talk about this. I'm going to mention it real quick, and you unhealed people ain't going to like this. When you healed, you can go as fast as you want to. Oh, my God. You know why? Because you've done the work to be able to recover. Now, I ain't necessarily recommending that, especially if you're not prepared to deal with the repercussions. Because I'm going to tell you, you go fast. If you're not healed, you're going to end up in this right here. That's what you're going to end up in. But I occasionally see reels and stuff on Instagram that I share, and I be laughing, but I be dead serious. When you healed, you can meet somebody today and end up in Bermuda next week. Oh my God! I know y'all not going to agree with that. If two people are healed, because they will have the self-control not to end up in this right here. They will have the discipline to go slow and not end up in this. I know, y'all, Doc, that's not fair. Life ain't fair. Get over it or heal. If you heal, you ain't got to worry about it. Which is why if you heal, you better get with somebody else that is, or that's real close. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, some of y'all need to be thanking your nervous system. Some of you need to be thanking your nervous system because some of you have engaged with people and your nervous system was like, honey, run. Bro, get out of there. Your nervous system literally was giving you a response that you weren't ready. And some of you need to thank your nervous system for real. Because your body will literally talk to you. Speaking of, let's talk about that. Hey, TikTok, we're not going to talk until I get 20,000 more likes and get that up to 100. We only got 298 viewers right now. Right now, we got just under 600 viewers. We should be at 1,000 easily by now. Y'all like the video, share the video. I'm going to put on my boring music while y'all do it. I'm going to take this live down if y'all going to support the show. Come on, tap that button. You can do it. Put your thumb into it. Let's go. Mari, it's going to get real good, Mari. This is about to get real good. Because listen, you can meet some, if you healed and they're healed, you can meet somebody and end up in Jamaica next week. That's very possible. But both people have to be healed enough to be disciplined and controlled so they can slow this down. And a healed person is going to slow this down because they recognize that sex with them is a spiritual exchange. If y'all think, hold on, I got something to say about that. Let me get my likes up real quick. Hurry up. 10,000. Go. Tap. Let's go, TikTok. Yeah, you can get back up, Mari. No doubt about it. But I'm going to talk about something. Some of y'all going to think what I'm about to say is real arrogant. Oh, well. Come on. We're at 94. 6 more thousand. TikTok. It's not TikTok. You know, they got me shadow banned on TikTok. So I go hard on TikTok because TikTok doesn't like my content. They hate my content now. It's probably a lot of these hating counselors and therapists that be report my pages and setting up fake pages and scamming y'all. It's wild out here. Come on, tap. Good. We're at 99, 90. There we go. Let me explain something. When you healed, you recognize the power and the energy that's connected to you sexually. Somebody asked me to their client today, say, hey, Doc, you think that Shannon Sharp video was real? You think he accidentally did that? I don't know. I mean, one of my friends put up something on her Instagram today that had me dying laughing, where she said, you know, going live on TikTok is like going through a 12-step process. Like you got to click a lot of buttons and do a lot of maneuver. I don't know. But I will say this, having sex with a healed person that's really done the work mentally and emotionally. If you think Michelle in that video was saying something, oh my God. And this is why healed people, if I'm being honest, we just have to reserve that energy. Because you ain't had it until you've been with a healed person. A healed person is going to hurt you. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Y'all don't like this kind of talk, do you? No, it's an experience. That's why Mara, some of y'all talked about you had to recover from some things. I get it. I've been there. Let me tell you something. When you heal for real, being with you is a spiritual experience for real. And I'm not going to go further than that because I'm going to just leave it there. Nope, I'm not explaining that. Ask a healed person. Oh my God. Oh boy. That's all I'm going to say. It's the truth. So you got to reserve that energy. Hey, let's talk about men and women. real quick. Yeah, the dynamics are different. Some of y'all admitting this. I'm not making this up. The dynamics are different. If you've been with a person that's done the work, who is whole mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, it feels different. Oh my God. It don't feel nothing like this right here. It feels nothing like this. Doc, how you know that? Don't worry about that. Oh my God. Oh, you gonna know. You gonna know. It's different. Hey, fellas, let me talk about you first, and then I'm gonna get to you women. I'm gonna say y'all for last because y'all really not gonna like what I gotta say. So I'm gonna let y'all cheer Doc on real quick for a little while. Woo, go Doc, get him, Doc, get him, Doc, before I get y'all. You know, um, I explained to a couple one time, a religious couple. Explained to a religious couple one time that I was doing some counseling with that was having some challenges in their marriage, and they turned it around. I don't know if you all remember a couple of months ago, I had celebrated reconciling 100 couples in 20 months. And this couple was one of the 100. Very spiritual background, religious background, several generations deep. And the last session we had, they were just telling me, we did a session, it was just a follow-up session. They were talking about how well things were going, just how much they love one another. They were able to recover from some deep challenges that they had in their marriage. And I looked her in the face and I said to her, I said, ma'am, have you looked at your husband lately and called him Lord? She started laughing. He started smiling. She said, Doc, I can't believe you asked me that. You must know the Bible a little bit. I said, I do. I know a little bit. I said, have you ever called your husband Lord? Hey, y'all, type in the comments levels because this is going to go over so many of y'all's heads. She said, Doc, I have it, but let me tell you something. Things have been going so well. And we are so healed in this space that I feel like I probably should. Because there's a Bible verse where it said that Sarah loved Abraham so much and revered him so much for what he represented that she called him Lord. This is too much for some of y'all. There's really levels to this. And let me tell you something about being with somebody who is healed, especially a man, because I'm about to talk to you men. Men, when you get yourself together, men, when you heal sexually, a woman will not know what to do with herself in your presence. Let me quantify that. A healed woman. Because if she don't like healed men, then she gonna look at you and think you just some basic dude. And a lot of you healed men be feeling bad because the women you want don't want you. Sometimes you need to look at it as a blessing. Because a lot of them wouldn't know a healed man if it slapped them in the face. Sometimes you can know your value by who rejects you.
Oh my God.
Let me say that again. Sometimes you know your value by who rejects you, because every rejection ain't because you ain't no good. Some rejections are because some people really feel like they ain't worthy, and they probably not. Fellas, for men and ladies, I need you to write this down. You can share with your boyfriends, your friends with benefits, your husbands, do whatever you need to do. Hey, men, when it comes to sex, for men, it's about what you can produce. Sex for men is about what you can produce. Men, y'all writing this down? Hey, have y'all supported the show? We're right under 600 viewers. We should be at 1,000 by now. Support the show. You see the ways to support on the screen. Hey, men are givers in the sexual exchange. A woman doesn't give it to a man gives it to a woman. Why is this important? Because in giving it to her, seed is produced. Now I need you to stay with me, men. Because you are givers in the exchange, it takes next level strength for a man to turn down a piece. Because I told y'all weeks ago, and y'all didn't believe me until I proved it, women are not the prize, men are. Women are the gift. I'm going to explain that in a second again. Women, you ain't the prize, you the gift. If you didn't hear that explanation, you have to go back and watch the old live. But I'm going to give y'all a little bit more of that tonight. You're not the prize, you a gift. And there's a big difference between a prize and a gift. I know, because y'all ain't never been taught this. I'm the prize, I'm the prize. You're not. You're the gift. You know why? Because gifts keep on giving. Your ability to reproduce doesn't make you a prize. Prizes are one time. Gifts reproduce. You're welcome. Go share that with all your favorite bloggers so they can learn something. Gifts reproduce. Prizes are one time. And it is your ability to reproduce in the sexual exchange that makes you a gift. Which is why when you give the gift to everybody, the gift loses value. And fellas, if anybody can win the prize, it ain't worth nothing. So a lot of you men are hearing this and say, oh, I'm the prize, I'm the prize. But if everybody can win the prize, is it really a prize? It ain't no prize. It sounds like a buffet to me. It sounds like a buffet to me, fellas. If every woman you think is cute can get it. Let me put y'all on game. It takes strength for a man. It takes strength for a man to turn down that which can absolutely please him. And the gift, the enemy to a man's ability to produce is pleasure. The enemy to a man's ability to produce is pleasure. Know why a lot of men ain't producing in life? Because they like pleasure too much. You're too busy wasting seed. You hit anything that walk. Yeah, you go to the gym. Your body looks good. You look good in gray sweatpants. You got a size 15 shoe. But you ain't producing nothing. Because pleasure has a stranglehold on you. And let me help you men out with something. when you really heal for real, you form a healthy relationship with pleasure. Doc talk a lot of junk about Reese's and the little Haagen-Dazs cookies and cream sundae. He does it on cheat days. But what y'all don't see is Doc don't play no games Monday through half day Saturday. He eating salads, drinking water, minding his business. Because a disciplined man, a self-controlled man is unstoppable. And let me put y'all on game. And ladies, if I'm lying, you tell me. If I'm telling the truth, I want you to put a 1 in the comments. Fellas, nothing besides you being healed, nothing turns a woman of substance on. I ain't talking about these scallywags out here. Some of y'all typing 1, I ain't even said it yet. Nothing turns a woman of substance on more than a man who has enough self-control to say no, and he ain't for the streets. You want to know what turns a woman on? If she can come out in public with you and ain't got to worry about being approached by the other woman. No. And I'm not talking about a dude that don't nobody want. See, it's easy for dudes that ain't got nobody, that don't nobody want them. I put up a post about this. Healed men can have thousands of options, and we literally can. We, I ain't speaking French. We literally can. You know what makes us special? Most of us that's healed for real, we ain't got to worry about nobody coming up to nobody like a woman. I pop out with somebody, she ain't got to worry about nobody coming up to her as a woman. And ladies, if that's attractive, put a 1 in the comments. The reason why some of you keeping your men secret because you ain't got no choice. You got to keep them inside because if you bring them out, everybody that's been to the buffet, your buffet is going to show up. So he got to keep you a secret. Fellas, get some self-control. Oh my God. I had a client, this is the truth. Because seed produces, and when you waste seed, it drains you. And fellas, I'm just going to tell you the truth. If you have sex with the wrong people, you'll know it because you'll feel more drained when it's over than you do fulfilled. This is, I feel like I just need to quit because y'all don't even want this kind of work. I'm trying to be honest with y'all. Fellas, listen to me. Keep wasting your seed. You're going to know you wasted it on the wrong ones, or you know you're not prepared to waste it because you're going to feel more drained when it's over than you do fulfilled. That's why you got to have some doggone self-control. That's why you got to be able to reel all of that in. I had a client. This is true. Had a client come to me. I did a video about him, so I've already talked about him. I had a client come to me. He's in his 30s. And he was like, Doc, man, I got all these dating problems, man. I need to become a better man. And we talked about some things you need to do. I need to become a better. I need to be healed, man. I saw your content. My uncle put you on. And I need to be a better man. And I need to heal and all this stuff. And he in his 30s. I need to, be a better man, heal, but man, so, I can, find the woman of my dreams. So I'm talking to him. And while he's talking and giving me information, he also tells me he hates his job. He's in his 30s. He hates his job. He's living with his daddy. He don't have his own place. He's borrowing his daddy's car. He hates his job, and he's barely making ends meet. And you mean to tell me you wasting your energy getting some? You're wasting your seed in women? Fellas, if that fits your description, the last thing you need is a piece. In fact, let me just go ahead and say this now. When Doc opens his book back up, if you're a man listening to this and you want to work with me because you want to heal to get a woman, but you don't like where you work, you don't like how much money you're making, you're not living the way you want to live, you're not succeeding the way you want to succeed, do not book time with me. It's not going to be good for you. Why don't you work on being whole first? instead of being out here wasting your seed and you don't even like your own life. Build yourself up. Does this make sense? He in his 30s, man, don't like nothing about his life. And he out here talking about some doc, help me heal so I can get the woman of my dreams. No, I'm gonna help you heal so you can get a better career and get some self-control. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't care nothing about none of that other stuff. And I mean that with my chest. Getting a piece is the last thing you ought to be thinking about, bro. I'm serious about this. Is this making sense? Some of y'all just need to heal. Some of y'all just need to heal. And I just, for the life of me, if I'm just being honest, I really just don't understand none of it. Fellas, get your life together so you can be focused. Get your priorities in order so you can be focused. I don't know what's going on TikTok. I have no idea. Get your life in order so you can be focused. Because some of y'all are just worried about the wrong stuff, man. I have no idea. I don't know. My TikTok is acting weird. They probably trying to block me off. It's wild out here. I told him, I said, man, a woman is the last thing you need to be thinking about. It's not my connection. My connection is good. It's probably TikTok. I'm shadow banned, y'all. I'm sorry. You're wasting your energy in the wrong place. Seed produces. And men, you got to stop wasting seed. Ladies, I love y'all in advance before you get the slaughter you're about to get. Doc ain't fair. He only talk about women. He don't talk about men. I talk about everybody. Ladies, listen to me. And I need you to hear me loud and clear. Ladies, if for men, it's about what you can produce. For women, it's about what you can receive. The sexual exchange for women is about receiving. Why is this important? Because in the sexual exchange, women don't give it to men. Y'all have to like this in this new day age. I don't care. Women don't give it to men give it to women. Men are the givers, women are the receivers. And what's so crazy about all of this is that what a lot of you women don't understand, and this is going to be really hard what I'm about to say. So I just want to warn y'all now. What a lot of you women don't understand, if I'm being honest, is that because you are the receivers in the exchange, this is why sexual engagement for a woman in general has a greater impact on you mentally and emotionally than it does men. Y'all don't have to agree with this. Just type levels in the chat. Because women receive it, y'all should know what it is. Let's not be like that. Come on, clearly you know what I'm talking about. Because women take it, men give it. In general, sexual engagement has a greater impact on women mentally and emotionally than it does men. Why is this important? Because everything that's been in you that does not connect with who you are or what you've been called to be needs to be released out of you. Oh my God. Everything that has been in you that does not connect with who you are or been called to be needs to come out of you. Oh my God. I'm going to just let that sit because I think this is going over so many of y'all's heads. Maybe I can say this another way. Let me figure out another way to say this. Let me say it this way. Yeah, let me say this way. I had a client ask me recently. I'm going to explain how you do this. I had a client ask me recently. Yeah, they are probably trying to kick me off because of talking about healthy. Like it's right. Trying to cash up, you're saying I'm not taking payments. Like it's crazy. I don't know. Y'all might have to do Zelle or something like that. Venmo. I don't know. This is just wild. I don't know. It's crazy. I could be on here twerking or showing y'all twerk videos, and they will let me take whatever I need to take. It's just wild out here. When you speak good stuff that's gonna help people, there's always an X on your back. Um, Women, let me make this statement make sense. I was having a conversation this week with a client. I said to her, I said, I'm going to talk about sexual healing Thursday. Can I use this conversation? She said, of course. Yeah, they hate the truth. The enemy absolutely hates the truth. People hate the truth. So, I'm not surprised. But y'all can support other ways. Cash App, Zelle, whatever. I'm not going to worry about that. I was having a conversation with the lady this week because I said this to her. I said, listen, you need to park the car. You're so focused on finding somebody and your sexual relations is so reckless that everything that's been in you has not connected with who you are, where you're going, and it's creating tension. She said, Doc, how can that make sense? I said, well, here you are, 34 years old. She's a successful entrepreneur. She has several businesses, makes a great living, is doing a lot of wonderful things for herself. And she said to me on this call in the beginning, she said, Doc, I am coming to you because I know I need to heal from past traumas. Listen to what she said. She said, I know I need to heal. Where's my stylist? I know I need to heal from past traumas, past relationship hurts and pains, connections I've had with men in the past. She said, I feel like I need to heal because I find myself being emotionally disconnected. Listen to this. Emotionally disconnected, hard, mean, either constantly crying or showing no emotion at all. I looked at her and I said, you know why you're acting that way? Because the men you've been with are still living inside of you. Oh my God. I don't even think y'all realize what I just said. My comments should be going nuts right now. I said the men you've been with are still living in you. Literally and figuratively. Ladies, let me say this to you. The reason why some of you aren't in your soft girl era, it ain't got nothing to do with your job. It ain't got nothing to do with how many bundles you got in your head. It has nothing to do with how many massages you get and how many times you go to the spa. I know some of y'all gonna just live confused. This is next level stuff. The reason why some of y'all ain't living in your soft girl era is because skepticism, harshness, cruelty, crying, hard, mean are all masculine traits. And unhealed masculine traits at that. So when those men go inside of you, they deposit a part of who they are. This going so hard tonight. Some of you women are beautiful, but you just as mean as nails. And it ain't got nothing to do with you. It's got everything to do with who was inside of you. Oh my God. And I told her, I said, you know what? I cracked the code on something that I did not understand for a long time, especially when I was a little kid and a nerd, and the pretty girls wouldn't talk to me for nothing. I couldn't buy a date. The pretty girls would not talk to me. I could not figure out for the life of me why all the pretty girls were so mean. And they weren't virgins. But why y'all so mean? That's because anytime a man goes inside of you, he leaves a part of him in you. And if an unhealed man is inside of you, he leaves his unhealed self inside of you. I'm going to let that sit with y'all because y'all, for you women, you ain't honest enough to admit this. This is why some of y'all mean. This is why some of y'all hard. This is why some of y'all always skeptical. This is why when some of y'all get mean, you get real harsh. That's those men in you coming out. Oh my God. Doc, that don't make sense. Okay, cool. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said it. Because I'll open up a piece of chocolate because I'm starving. Cash App didn't shut me down. TikTok trying to shut me down. Everybody trying to shut Doc down. You don't believe that, huh? Really? Okay. Ladies, have y'all ever heard of something called pH balance? Doc, I don't believe that's possible. I don't believe a man can leave a part of him in you. Okay. Is this coming from the same women who admit that a man can throw your pH balance off? Interesting. So, if a man can throw your pH balance off, why can't he not depart a part of his spirit in you? This is for all of you that don't understand this next level stuff. This next level. If a man can throw off your pH balance, then when you sleep with him, he can leave a part of him inside of you that has you mean, harsh, rude, difficult to talk to, hard to be around. Because when he smashed you, he left this unhealed version of him in you. This is why, ladies, if you're going to smash, you better smash somebody healed. It ought to make you nicer. You ought to be sweeter. You ought to feel softer and feminine, not hard like the back of somebody's hands who just changed a transmission. Oh my God. Because it's wild out here to me. You think these folks can change your pH balance, but you don't think they can change your energy. Get out of here with that. Make it make sense. Make it make sense that a man can change your pH balance, but he can't change your energy. Hey, Alexis. I be really agitating the people with my machine. I love it. It's like somebody being in the background being like, preach, Doc. Tell them, Doc. This is my little amen corner right here. I be hyping myself up. So when Doc tells his clients that are men or women, like I told a woman today, hey, Doc, how do I get this out of me? How do I get them out of me? Park the car. Stop sleeping with folk that ain't good for you just because you got soul ties, just because you got history. Stop sleeping with folks just because you got history with them. Because all you do is give them a chance to not only throw off your pH balance, but to put more of them in you, literally and figuratively. I'm just letting this sit with y'all because we right around 700 viewers now. We should have been at 1,000. Most people don't watch my stuff. Now they watch the replay. You know, just like they don't like my stuff, but they view it. I don't care about likes. The views tell the real story. Some folk ain't gonna like it because I'm doing it. I'm over it. I don't care about none of that. Some of y'all need to send this to 10 of your friends and tell them to watch this and watch it slow. Yeah, girl, I had to leave him alone, girl, because he was messing up my pH balance. He was doing more than that. He was putting every other unhealed habit, attitude, perspective, value he has inside of you, and you took it. And then you meet the nice guy, and you giving him a hard time, and he wondering why this girl so pretty, but she ain't soft. Like, where the softness at? That's because she's still all right on dudes in her. All them dudes still sitting inside of her. Bruh, listen to your nervous system. So how do we get it out? Simple. You park the car. You park the car. You practice abstinence and celibacy until you are healed enough, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, to be able to engage with others on that level if you choose to, and feel vulnerable enough to be able to bounce back if it doesn't work out. Doc's not saying this to be arrogant, but if Doc wants to engage in that, he can. I'm going to tell you why. Because Doc has done enough work that if it doesn't work out, I'm not about to let nobody and their car have me all over the place. How'd you know what's coming, April? We don't hold people like this. We hold people like this. That's what healing looks like. That's why I'm telling y'all. Somebody prophesied in my inbox day before yesterday. Prophesied, man, Doc, I just feel like the Lord's really gonna bless you, and you're gonna look up and she's gonna be there, and it ain't gonna take long. You'll be married, going off and do what you do. It ain't gonna take long. I receive it. It ain't, because I've done the work. I ain't gonna have to take nobody for 15 years, do all that. No. If she healed and I'm healed, we can go to Aruba tomorrow. Oh my God. Y'all better listen to me. Some of y'all not listening, but I'm telling you, you got to learn how to park the car. Park the car. That's how. Because, come on, ladies, how do I get them out? Well, how do you correct your pH balance? Doc, how you know about all this stuff? You think I ain't been around women before? How do you correct your pH balance, ladies? Anybody ain't sharing the answer before I give y'all the answers? I don't see no comment. Oh, y'all ain't talking now. Why the ladies quiet? Y'all, some of y'all too ashamed to admit you had to do it. Yeah, OBGYN, suppository. You put in healthy things in there. I like that. You change your habits. You clean it out. How do we clean it out? We clean it out by changing our habits. Up to and including not even dating for a period. Doc, you mean tell me I can't even date? Even if I'm a park the car, I ain't gonna do nothing. Baby, I don't need to date. Don't date either. You might need to take a break from dating and that. I did it. It works. Yeah. Why don't you try detoxing from guys? Guys, why don't you try detoxing from women? Some of y'all can't go a single month without dating somebody, entertaining somebody. You can't do it. You cannot do it, and you are pH imbalance waiting to happen. Fellas, some of you fellas, you are a wasted seed waiting to happen. And some of us know we ready because we so comfortable in this space alone that sometimes we wonder, wait a minute, this might be God's play for us for the rest of our life. Like, at this point, I'm just like, I can't win for losing. So I'm just like, maybe this where I tell people all the time now, maybe I'm supposed to walk around with a robe on and sandals like Jesus and just heal the world. I'm serious. Some days I wonder. But when you contend in that space, for real, when you contend in that space for real, that's where the growth comes. When you contend in that space, that's when you know you're really ready. Some of y'all so busy trying to get one that you jumping from one to one, and you got to detox. Your not only is your pH balance off, your spirit off, because every guy you've been with still sitting in you. Fellas, not only is your seed off, but your spirit off, because you've literally been dumping yourself in everybody and you have no productivity. Your productivity is low. You ain't accomplishing the stuff that you need to accomplish. You ain't doing none of that stuff. All you thinking about is going out on the weekend and who and what you can hit. And I'm telling you, if that's all you're regulating your seed to as a man, good luck. Good luck. Got that right. Sure can't lead you all over the place. How? Your seed all across the city. How you gonna lead? How you gonna lead one and you got international seed? You 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 have seed across the district, and you talking about something you gonna lead somebody? How? How? She can't even come outside with you because everybody gonna be walking up to you. Yeah, child, I got some of his seed with me right now. That's your man. I got some of his seed with me right now. Hey, Barbara, this Shirley. Oh my God. Yeah, it includes same sex as well. It includes same sex as well. I have clients that are same sex, and it ain't no different. If you like the same sex, the same rules apply. In fact, the rules might be worse, but I'm gonna just leave that for a different conversation, different day, because y'all not ready for that. I'm just not gonna do that to y'all today. But my clients that are same sex, we have some incredible conversations about this, and they will tell you the same rule applies. When you're giving yourself up to somebody physically, when you're giving yourself up to somebody physically, I'm here to tell you, you ain't doing nothing but spreading seed. Fellas, you ain't doing nothing but throwing seed everywhere. And if you don't believe that this don't work, go outside when it's summertime or spring and it's in the mid 80s, 90s, and you want to plant, you want to get your grass green and all that stuff, and put your seed out in the grass, but then throw some seed on the asphalt or on the driveway, fellas. Throw some seed on the asphalt, on the driveway, and let it sit out there and watch what happens to it. The sun is going to burn it. Which is why, if you're planting seed and fertilizer in the ground, if you plant fertilizer on the ground, can't nothing grow right there, and you just throwing seed everywhere. People will tell you, if you've ever grown grass, I have grown grass or grow hydrangeas. I'm into stuff like that. When you're planting seed, if you're trying to green your grass or plant new seed, you're throwing seed out there, and you got that spreader out there throwing seed, and you got hay and stuff. They'll tell you, if you do that and you're doing it around any asphalt or pavement, you need to go out and take a blower and blow the seed that's on the pavement into the grass. Because when it rains on seed that's on pavement, fellas, ain't nothing gonna grow. And some of y'all are busting seed. Y'all not gonna like this. Some of you men are busting seed on the pavement. Can't nothing grow right there because you're wasting it. Stop wasting seed, fellas. And detox. I want to say one final thing about sexual ties, and I'm done. It's 11:12. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I don't have much else to say. I know some of y'all mad. I don't care. I might be the subject of some group chats tonight. I don't know. Y'all, I think my Cash App is working now. I don't know why it stopped. At this point, everything is under attack. Let me tell y'all something. And let me just keep it a buck with y'all. And I'm being serious when I say this. Sexual ties, if you're not careful, can be greater than common sense. Oh my God. Sexual ties can be greater than common sense. which is why you can stay in a situation a whole lot longer than you need to. Some of y'all in situations right now, and it has nothing to do with the person and the quality of the person they are. It has everything to do with the fact that you have wasted so much seed in them that asphalt has gotten used to taking seed, fellas and ladies. He's wasted so much in you. That your off pH balance has gotten adjusted to his wasted seed and everything that comes with it. Park the car. And while the car is parking, you need to be building yourself up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You need to get your thoughts together, back in alignment with the kind of person you're trying to grow and be and become. Aligned thoughts will cause your emotions to get in order. So you won't be up 1 minute, down the next, liking people 1 minute, hating them the next. You can be consistent, not too high, not too low, which will then position you to have a spiritual foundation for the things that are greater than what you can understand. This is why when some of y'all say I'm celibate, I ain't having sex, and that means I'm doing the work. No, you can park the car. That don't mean you ain't doing the work. You doing the work just because the car parked. You got to do something while the car's sitting still. Some of y'all are in these sexual ties not because the sex is good, and the sex might be great. The truth is, though, some of you are in these sexual ties because your spirits are tangled up. That's what it looks like. You don't know what I'm talking about? Rewind the video. This is what many of your spirits look like. And you're not doing the work. You just got the car sitting in there and it's looking like this. Well, somebody got to untangle this. Because if you put the car in there and it just look like this and you don't do nothing with it, let me say it another way, ladies. If your pH balance is off and you can use a suppository, you ain't going to an OBGYN, you ain't done what you need to do to put what you need to put in there and take what you need to take out. If that thing just sit like this, what's going to happen to it over time? I'm just, y'all. Now I see fish showing up on the screen. Y'all just being disrespectful. Oh my God. Y'all get the point. Yeah. Listen to me. Listen to me. Men and women, because I'm getting everybody. Men and women. You clean this stuff out by parking the car. So that everything that is in you, through the work that you do spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, can come out of you. You go slow. Slow becomes your new fast. Yes, you might be able to meet people, but I would highly suggest that if your chart looks like this, to not only pause sex, pause dating. You don't need to talk to anybody for a while. That's man or woman. This chart ain't for gender. This for everybody. Men, if your chart look like this, park the car. Women, if your chart look like this, park the car. Yeah, you can get it fixed. I like that. Stacia, you can absolutely get it fixed. Just because your chart looks like this, don't mean you can't get it fixed. You can absolutely get it fixed. But let me tell you something. You ain't going to get it fixed by adding more lines on here. Fellas and ladies. You're not going to fix this by putting more lines on here. At a certain point, you're going to have to take the pen and throw the pen away. So you can stop drawing lines Slowly erase these things line by line. I'm telling y'all, a lot of people are not healed because they're not managing their sexual energy. You got to manage your sexual energy. I like that, Mari. That's really good. I wish I could pin that. Pin Mari's comment if you can. Learn to be comfortable by yourself, work out, get into hobbies, work on your spiritual self. I'm telling you, man, like when you comfortable with you, traveling alone, whatever it is, go out to eat alone, whatever it is, let me tell you something. You comfortable in that space like that? It really detoxes a lot out of you. It literally detoxes a lot out of you. You gotta get comfortable. And then when you're at the place where you have detoxed that and you feel refreshed, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know it. Your nervous system will respond in an appropriate way. Even if you meet people who aren't on your heal level, your body, your spirit will speak to you and tell you. I believe that. I totally believe that. Some of you call it sensation because you can't recognize what the spirit is. But that's a different conversation, different day. But your spirit will tell you something ain't right here. And it'll just speak to you. That's why it's good to meet people. You just need to meet people because it only takes a couple minutes. That's one thing about having a spiritual foundation. That's one thing about having a spiritual foundation. You can be around a person who's got one and you know it. You know it, they know it. Now, when you come to the realization of it, you then have an obligation to do something about it. Because some of y'all, if I'm being honest, should be thankful that this healing has kept you out of a whole lot of bad situations. Some of y'all dodged some bullets, you didn't even know it. And if we just all being honest, there's a whole lot of things you wanted to hit. There's a whole lot of things you wanted to smash. There's a whole lot of things you wanted to do. That your spiritual gauge said, hold on. Or something went wrong. Or your phone died. Oh, y'all don't want to talk to me now. No, that's the wrong one. That's the one. Some of y'all was about to add to your account and your phone died. Some of y'all was about to add to your account and then you got ghosted. Some of y'all was about to add to your account and your car broke down. Some of y'all, I like that. And they canceled the date. That's right, Neil. And you was crying. Little did you know, that was something that was not only going to throw your pH balance off, but was going to leave something in you that was going to change how you act. Fellas, that was something that not only was going to take your seed, but was going to have you wasting more of your seed in places that can't produce for you. Mr. Adams says some transmissions are unrepairable. It's the truth. It's the truth. All right, y'all. I'm done. It's almost 11:30. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I can't eat this late. Add Nas ether to that sample. I'm gonna work on that, Coach Sean. And I got your text today, brother. I think we're gonna be good. I'm glad you understood it. I appreciate you clarifying. I think we're gonna be good. We're gonna roll with what you said. The second time. But I'll hit you up. It'll probably be the morning, not tonight. Yeah, I know. It's sea salt caramel. It's the best flavor. It's dark chocolate. About the healthiest of this that you can get. Eating chocolate this late is real wild. Drinking tea. Topo Chico. I'm about to cut these computers off and go to sleep. Y'all, did this help anybody tonight? Huh? Yeah, dark chocolate is really good. But Mari works out. I believe, Mari, you work out. think you're heavy into that. I've noticed your content. This help anybody tonight? If you did, fill it up with hearts. Let me see it. Oh, I'm sore. Them bench lifts this morning was rough. Got to get ready for next week. Well, I'm always ready, but you get what I mean. Y'all, value system. Value system this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Value system, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Saturday. I got slots. I'm going to give me 90 minutes. I'm going to teach you how to make healthy decisions. I'm going to teach you how to identify your values and make healthy decisions every single time. 90 minutes. The link's in my bio. Signed up. Those of you that want to spend 5 weeks with me, 5 consecutive Saturdays, my next course kicks off September the 28th. The link's in my bio. Click on it. Sign up. That's limited seats. I might have 12 or 13 more seats left. Sign up. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not going to have a big course size. I think only 30 people for that, I believe, something like that. So I think I got 12 or 13 seats. I'm not sure. September the 28th through October the 26th. It's 5 consecutive weeks. Course number 4. It's called Healing Forward. 5 different topics. It's powerful. You're going to love it. Definitely sign up. Value system this Saturday. Love y'all. Praying for y'all. Have a good night. Get some rest. I guess I'll leave this up because I think I had some challenges with people contributing. I don't know what's going on with any of my stuff. It's just wild out here. But I appreciate all of you. Have a good night. The replays, I'll leave them up, will be on my Facebook, my IG, and my YouTube. Okay? Facebook, IG, YouTube. Follow me on those pages if you want to check them out. All right? Have a good night. Good weekend. See you all next week. Peace and blessings.